thank you DuoFast for being a valued 864 partner. And now we'd like to bring to the cage from the black corner, Zaron Shivers.
All right, Zaron Shivers making his way to the 864 Fighting Championship cage. Fighting with a CGM camp. He's been training for 6 months, but this all came from a passion for boxing for Zaron Shivers. Trained in boxing, and then eventually, after he fell in love with boxing, he decided to move into more of a jiu-jitsu ground and pound type of style. And when you combine those two, you have mixed martial arts, and that's why he's here today, making his debut for the 864 Fighting Championship, taking on Stephen Cook.
That's right, and you see him making his way to the cage now. He represents CGM, and this is a big deal for him. Anytime you make your debut, you step into the cage for the first time, there are jitters, there is pressure, and there's uncertainty. And all of those things will be decided inside this cage. So it's very, very emotional and special experience. And you see Zaron Shivers step into the cage for the first time, as well as his opponent, Stephen Cook, which we're going to see very shortly.
Well, I'll tell you what, Zaron Shivers says that he's got a passion for boxing, but if he wants to learn the ground game, he's got the right man over his over his right shoulder there, and Jimmy the Prowler Fowler, head coach of the Revolution mixed martial arts team in the upstate, and also an extraordinary competitor himself. I saw Jimmy mention on social media not too long ago that he had the itch to get back in the cage. Jimmy, if I know you're not listening because you're right there, but if you go back and watch the replay of this fight, your boy Matt Tomlinson says we want to see you again. But this one's all about Zaron Shivers making his way into the cage now for his debut. What will we see? Gonna find out in just a few seconds, as we await his opponent, Stephen Cook from ATT Gwinnett.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from the red corner, Stephen Cook.
Stephen Cook making his way to the cage. Of course, representing ATT Gwinnett right here in Duluth, Georgia, just north of Atlanta. The Atlanta Coliseum, if you will, 864 FC number 9. You see Stephen Cook there, very, very confident individual, and very proud to be able to display himself here in front of his hometown.
Yeah, you see him there with Diego Lima. That's a great training partner to have, not just Diego, but his older brother Douglas, also members of ATT Gwinnett. This is an amazing middleweight matchup. You see it right here. Tito Stephen Cook taking on war-ready Zaron Shivers. Tito Cook, 3 years the senior. And Zaron Shivers has a significant height advantage over Stephen Cook. Will he be able to use it? Zaron Shivers from South Carolina, Stephen Cook from Georgia. And this is a middleweight showdown, ladies and gentlemen. You don't want to miss this. All right, Stephen Cook, Zaron Shivers. Let's give it back to Cyrus Fees.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, 3 rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing first the fighter on my right. Fighting out of the black corner. He stands 6 foot 3 inches tall, weighing in at 185.6 pounds. Fighting out of Orangeburg, South Carolina, and CGM. Please make some noise for Zaron War Ready Shivers. And now his opponent, standing across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. Standing 5 foot 10 inches tall, weighing in at 184.6 pounds. Fighting out of Tacoma, Georgia, and ATT Gwinnett. Please make some noise for Stephen Cook. Your referee when the action begins, Hall of Fame ref, Blake Grice.
That's right, we got Blake Grison back in the cage. Taking a little time off because of the Star Wars boot. He had a Achilles tendon accident. And here we go. Second fight of the night. Stephen Cook taking on Zaron Shivers.
Oh, big shot by Shivers right out of the gate. Stephen Cook firing back the southpaw. Stephen Cook said he started training 2.5 years ago. Got started for weight loss. He was 250 pounds when he first walked into ATT Gwinnett. So
What a great story.
Exactly. Now he's progressed to this. Now he is having his debut fight here at 864 Fighting Championship 9.
Zaron Shivers got some hands on him, Casey Oxendine.
Stiff right hand over and over again.
And Zaron Shivers has a comfortability level you can tell right away. You know, he is accurate with those punches, and he threw a fast leg kick too. And man, if you know, this guy's only been training for 6 months. You know, certainly an athlete, but you know, getting his teeth cut here on the his debut matchup.
All right, here we see Stephen Cook and Zaron Shivers back in the center of the cage. Both men slinging those kicks.
Zaron.
Wow! Big shot!
I don't think he saw that one coming, Casey
Stephen
Oxendine.
Cook
He's in trouble. Wow, what a head kick that was, courtesy of Stephen Cook. Flush onto the jaw of Zaron Shivers, who's still in trouble.
He is on rubbery leg stud.
Blake seen enough.
Blake
Wow.
crash caused a halt. What a finish.
Wow, what a statement made by Stephen Cook. I tell you what, Stephen Cook looked to be a little slower, a step behind, but you can tell not the case. Let's watch this high kick coming up here on a replay in just a minute. This was a spectacular finish from Stephen Cook, and a good call. Here it is. You can see, you know, Zaron Shivers seemed to be the more athletic of the two, the quicker of the two, but that doesn't always dictate who wins, as you see right here coming the left high kick. Boom!
There it was, out of nowhere. And then Stephen Cook on the prowl, big shots, and there it was, Zaron Shivers on rubbery legs. He made his way back up, but ultimately, still on those rubbery legs, Blake Grice ends it right there.
And you know, that's a good call. Zaron Shivers, you know, he's an athlete and he's tough, so of course he felt like he was ready to go, but you know, sometimes those shots come that are so hard that you don't just bounce right back from right away. And you know, Zaron Shivers might have got caught with a very slick, seemingly out of nowhere left high kick, but I'm gonna tell you what, I got a feeling we're gonna see this guy back in the 864 Fighting Championship cage. Prior to eating that kick, he looked pretty sharp, but take nothing away from Stephen Cook, who just landed a thundering left high kick flush on the jaw of his opponent, getting him the win right here in the first round of his debut performance in the 864 Fighting Championship. Here's your official decision. Let's take it right back up. This is your announcer, Cyrus Fees.
Ladies and gentlemen, Blake Grice stops the fight. Round 1, 1 minute 32 seconds with your winner by TKO due to referee stoppage, Stephen Cook.
Stephen, man, I'll tell you what, very, very exciting fight. Of course, your opponent, very game. He comes out, puts some pressure on. He landed a few stiff right hands, but out of nowhere, it was a big left head kick. It finds its mark. It puts your opponent on rubbery wheels, and you're able to finish the fight. Talk about this matchup.
I knew he was going to be long. I mean, me being a heavier, like a shorter middleweight, that most of the guys I fight are going to be a lot taller. My advantage is I'm a southpaw. That left kick and the left body, it's always open, and the head happens to be open. That's Database Muay Thai right there. That's what we train every day.
You know, I heard your story of how you started training. You started training to get in shape. And I'll tell you what, when I see guys, you know, you get in here and you have your first bout, you get your first win, and you see how far you come, it's really a big inspiration, because I know a lot of people are looking to get into shape, and they don't realize that what kind of doors could open.
Yeah, I used to be 250 pounds, just out of shape. One day I walked into ATT Gwinnett, just started training, and now here I am, 184.6. I haven't weighed that much since I was a freshman in high school. So if you just go and do it. That's all you gotta do, just show up every day, show up.
Well, tremendous win. Let's give it up one more time for your winner, Stephen Cook.
Stephen Cook A very, very happy mixed martial arts debuter. I mean, when you make your mixed martial arts debut, I don't think there's anything that can be better than a first round high kick finish. You know, I mean, if you're thinking about the fight beforehand, you know, that's what you want. But we got another big one coming up. It's an amateur middleweight matchup coming up between Elijah